I spent $100 on Facebook ads over these past couple weeks for my latest single, What Can You Say About Me? What did that do for my song on Spotify? What's up, geniuses? My name's AJ Rivera. Welcome back to the Road to 100,000 Subscribers, the series where I document my journey from 8,000 to 100,000 subscribers. We are currently at 12,100. Woo! Thank you guys for subscribing. So I released a song, What Can You Say About Me, about 4 weeks ago, so it's been like about a month now, and for the most part I've been keeping the song away from the public. I've had it ready ever since the beginning of the year in February. I wanted to have a really good marketing strategy behind the song. I wanted to have a music video. I wanted to do a lot of stuff with it. However, I was just waiting around, not really doing anything. So instead of waiting around for things to happen, what I decided to do was just release it and try to market as best as I could with the things that I have now. After the song released, about 2 weeks after, I decided to start running Facebook ads because I had been learning some stuff. Plus, I came across some ads that other artists were doing, which kind of motivated me to do my own. So I tried it out. I spent $100 on this campaign and learned a little bit so you guys don't have to. I'm not an expert at ads whatsoever. I have a little bit of a budget for it, so I'm going to try my best to make the most of what I can do. So I ran Facebook/Instagram ads, as you can see through the Facebook ads manager. And Facebook ads is basically the same thing as Instagram ads. Facebook owns Instagram. So if you post ads on Facebook, you can also choose to post them on Instagram as well. That way you can be on 2 different platforms and reach even more people. What I decided to do was run Instagram/Facebook story ads for my single, What Can You Say About Me? This ad would send people to a link that would bring you to Spotify to stream the song. And I specifically only chose Spotify. I didn't add any other streaming services. The reason for that is because I'm trying to grow my Spotify only. Now, obviously, you want people from other platforms to be listening to your music too. But I'm really focusing on Spotify with this campaign because I only have $100, and Spotify is really good at getting your music in front of new people. That's basically their whole thing. So that brings me to the next topic. What is the goal of these ads in the first place? So the goal with Facebook/Instagram ads with your music is to bring people to Spotify, at least if you're trying to do only Spotify, but not relying on the ads themselves to give you streams, but the algorithm from Spotify to give you streams. So here's how Spotify works from what I understand. If your song performs really well, and by this, I mean you have really high quality data for your song. High quality data means how many people are saving the song, how many people are listening to it multiple times, how many people are adding it to their playlist, how many people are following you from that song. All of those factors contribute to how good of a quality song that is to Spotify. Since everything works off of math, Spotify needs that data to know that your song is good. So if you can get good quality data, Spotify is going to take your song and show it to more people because they think this song is a good song. More people should listen to it. Spotify's trying to make money. They want the good songs to have the most listens because that's how they keep people on their platform and that's how they keep making money. You obviously want to have a good song, which I think most of us think we have good songs, but we have to prove that to Spotify through good quality data. These ads are basically there to generate this good quality data. Facebook has about 1 billion users and millions upon millions of monthly active users. So that's a bunch of different people with a bunch of different personalities. Facebook knows them really well. Like most social media, Facebook tracks basically everything that you do because on the user side, it gives you a better experience. However, for the marketing side, if Facebook knows you want a certain type of customer, they have all these people, all this data that they've collected, and they know who to send to your ads or who to send your ads to. Facebook wants you to succeed in ads, so they're trying to do their best to get your music in front of the people that are going to listen to it the most. When you start your campaign and you target the people that you think are going to like your music the most, Facebook is going to do its thing. Target those people, and those people are going to be the ones that click through to your music. And because Facebook knows that they're probably going to like your music the way that you described it, those people are going to be the ones that save your song, listen to it multiple times, add it to playlists, follow you. Even if it's only 100 people, if it's good quality data, those 100 people all saved it, they all added it to playlists, they all listened multiple times. Spotify will see that data and they'll be like, dang, this song must be good. So then you know what happens after that? They take your song and send it to more people, and then your song gets more and more streams. So basically, you're investing in 100 people to generate 1,000 more. Now, I know I'm saying a lot and it sounds like I know a lot about this stuff. I just started these Facebook ads and I am not an expert at this stuff. A lot of what I'm saying is from what I've learned by searching up stuff online. I'm going to keep learning and trying to do more stuff with my ads. However, if you want to learn more about Facebook ads, I suggest watching Andrew Southworth. I got a lot of information from him. He's a great YouTuber, provides a lot of great information for artists like us that are trying to do these Facebook ads. So highly recommend you check him out. I'll leave a link to his channel in the card up here. But like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm just an artist like you trying to test this stuff out and giving you my honest experience, because $100 for most of us independent artists is a decent amount of money. You don't just go around throwing $100. I mean, $100 is a microphone, you know? And if you're gonna be spending $100 for every single single, that's a lot of money. So I'm trying to test this out, hopefully give you guys some insight to see if it's worth it for you, and then you can make your own decision from there. But really quickly, let me show you the Facebook Ads Manager and show you the ads that I ran. This is my campaign, the What Can You Say About Me campaign. It shows a $10 a day budget right here, but I was doing multiple different daily budgets. So at first I started off with 15, went down to 10, then went down to 5, but then the last day I bumped it back up so I could just spend the rest of my money that I invested into this. I spent $100.19, a little over 100, but it's not a huge deal. And with those $100 spent, I reached 123,424 people, got 1,144 link clicks, and 316 of those people actually went to the song on Spotify. If I go into the campaign, you can see all the different audiences I tested. I had an audience that was targeted towards Post Malone fans, The Weeknd, and one that was just targeted towards specific genres. And then after a while, once I was testing these audiences, I made something called a lookalike audience. A lookalike audience is something that Facebook ads has. Basically, it takes all the people that have done the thing that you wanted to do with your ads and tries to find people that are similar to the people that actually did what you wanted them to do, if that makes any sense. So I made a lookalike audience for the people that already clicked through. And then as you can see, I made this lookalike audience probably like 3 or 4 days after I started the campaign. And you can see, even though I started it 3 or 4 days after the campaign started, it ended up giving me the best results. So pretty cool. And then with each audience, there's 3 different ads: an ad that showed off the chorus of the song, an ad that showed off the pre-chorus of the song, and an ad that showed off the verse of the song. And I'll play you the ads right now so that you can see what I'm talking about.
Funny that you're so caught up in my life. It's crazy cause like I ain't even ever known you. Know you. I ain't even wanna meet you. Meet you. See, I ain't even ever known you. Know you. I ain't even wanna meet you. Meet you. So what can you say about me? So what can you say about me? What can you say about me? What can you say about me?
And while I was doing all of this stuff on Facebook ads, I had a Google Sheet where I was tracking all of my analytics, which I'm still tracking my analytics even though the ad stopped. I want to see how the song still does over time and to see if these ads really helped out. So, did these ads help out? Yes, I think they helped out a lot, but you could be the judge of it for yourself. So here's my Google Sheets. The reason why I decided to track all my data, not only for Facebook ads, but also for Spotify, is because Spotify gives you stats every day, but they don't give you details about what happens over time. So I wanted to track that stuff for myself. As you can see, we started Facebook ads right here. This was on August 29th. When we started, we had a 46% save rate. So this means that out of all the people that have listened to the song, 46% of them saved the song. So it's pretty decent. That's almost half of the people that listened to the song saved it. And when we started these Facebook ads, we had 77 total listeners and 256 streams. So this was the first day. The first day of running ads, this is what we got. The day before that, we only had 70 listeners, 231 streams, and 32 saves. But over time, as the ads kept going, you can see that the numbers kept increasing and increasing. I started getting more and more saves, more and more listeners, more and more streams. And even though these aren't crazy numbers, and I spent $100 for these numbers, which like most people would be like, $100 for only a couple hundred streams, that's not worth it. There's a big reason as to why I think this was so worth it. Specifically, if you look here at the total save rate, as the ads kept going, it kept going up and up and up until we got to a 97.81% save rate. So on this day, out of the 183 total listeners, 97% saved that song. So only 4 listeners did not save the song, which is really crazy numbers. That shows Spotify that this is a pretty decent song. And on this day, you could see that the repeat rate was 5, almost 6. So all of the people that listen to the song listen to it at least 6 times on average. This is the type of data that you want to show Spotify, because then Spotify will know that this is a good quality song. The last day of the campaign was on September 7th, and yesterday on September 11th, Spotify finally picked up the song. So one thing, if you don't know about Spotify, is that they are very big on algorithmic playlists. So they curate playlists automatically for every single user on Spotify and tailor that playlist with music that's to their taste. These playlists are Release Radar, Discover Weekly, Daily Mix, a bunch of different ones. But the big ones are Discover Weekly and Release Radar. When your song comes out, it has 4 weeks after it released to be on Release Radar. And after those 4 weeks are up, you are no longer eligible to be on Release Radar. However, there's still Discover Weekly that you're always eligible to be on. I have never been on a Discover Weekly yet, but I've been on a couple Release Radars. And every time your song comes out, your song will be on your followers' Release Radar. So if somebody follows you on Spotify, your song will be on their Release Radar. However, if your song performs really well, and it's within those first 4 weeks, it will be put onto the release radars of other people that don't follow you, which is pretty dope. So yesterday was the last release radar that What Can You Say About Me could ever be on. I started this campaign around the 2-week mark, so I only had 2 release radars left. The 3rd release radar I didn't make, but the last one, the 4th one, I did, which is why you can see here my listeners jumped up by 100. I went from 188 total listeners to 294, and the streams went from 1,097 to 1,246. Now, you can see from when we started this campaign, we only had 209 streams. This campaign only went on for 10 days, and within like 2 weeks, we went from 200 to 1,200 streams. So we gained like another 1,000 streams. Did Facebook ads bring me those new 100 listeners yesterday? No, I wasn't running Facebook ads. It was the algorithm that gave me those new 100 listeners. However, because we were running Facebook ads and we were feeding Spotify that really good data that it likes, Spotify was like, all right, let's show this song to new people. They did. And now What Can You Say About Me is the fastest growing song that I have on my Spotify. And just to give you guys a little more of a visual representation of what's going on, this is when the song released, August 21st. This is when we started our campaign. And then you can see it goes up a little bit, goes down. Then right here on Thursday, we had a really good day. Went down, and then about here is when we stopped the campaign. But yesterday, it spikes up again. And let me tell you, from experience with Spotify, I know for a fact that the algorithm is still going to be picking this up and showing it to new people. It might not be on release radars, it might not be on Discover Weeklies, but new people will still be hearing this song. If we look at my Spotify page right now, you can see What Can You Say About Me is on the top. However, under that, I have Duct Tape. I released Duct Tape in September last year, and this song has been picked up by the algorithm multiple times, which is why it's at 9,000 streams. However, with Facebook ads, we're basically boosting that, making it happen faster and stronger, because again, we have really good quality data there. And over time, this 1,000 streams is going to turn into 5,000 streams, hopefully 10,000 streams, and then 20,000, hopefully 100,000. That'd be crazy. And if we get put into Discover Weekly playlists, which updates every Monday, it'll give me an even bigger boost. And who knows, we might actually be able to make it to 100,000 in the next month or so. The algorithm works in weird ways. However, from this campaign, it looks like we can kind of manipulate the algorithm in a way. So I'm only scratching the surface with these stats. I've just mentioned streams and listeners, but there's other things that come into account, like how many playlists I've been on, which by the way, the song's on 40 playlists. But there's also other byproducts of this campaign, like the followers I've been getting on Spotify, plus my Instagram profile, plus my Facebook page, which I don't even use, which is pretty funny. And you can see here on my sheets too, I was tracking the follow growth, which is pretty cool. So I think Facebook ads was worth it in my situation. Obviously, like I said, $100 is a lot. And with Facebook ads, it can work really well or it could not work so well. So you really don't know what you're going to get. However, for me, I wasn't afraid to spend this $100 because I know I'm going to learn from it, which I learned a lot, I feel like. So if you're thinking about doing Facebook ads, putting some money into marketing your music, assess your situation first. Are you in a place for you to put in the money for your music? If not, marketing organically, creating a bunch of content, that stuff works a lot. And that's what I've done basically my whole entire career. I've been making videos and doing music, trying to make it a career for 4 years now. And I've got 12,000 subscribers on YouTube from only doing organic marketing. So you don't need money to get your stuff out there. However, the more you do it organically, the more money you make from it. And the more money you make, that means that money can be reinvested into your business, which is basically what I'm starting to do. If you want to spend that money and you got the money to spend, feel free to do it. Test it out, get your feet wet. But if not, you can still grow organically and get a lot of numbers organically. I know a lot of people that do. So long story short, do whatever you want to do. Do you guys think Facebook ads is worth it? Feel free to say yes or no in the comments. I hope this inspires you guys and gets you excited for the possibilities of your music. If you haven't already subscribed, feel free to click the subscribe button down below and leave a like on this video if you think you found this information helpful. I'm doing these YouTube videos for free. YouTube can be doing really well one day and then the next day not do so well. So if you want to help support me, feel free to join the Patreon down below. You get exclusive bonuses for being a patron. And also, I'm building a studio. So the people that become patrons will get their name on a plaque that'll hang up in the studio at all times. Plus, the more patrons I have, the more I get to experiment with Facebook ads and the more I can tell you about what I'm learning so that you can be ready for when you start your ads in the future. So feel free to join my Patreon. And if you want to talk to me and the rest of the community some more, feel free to join my Discord down below. I really love talking to you guys, especially about some marketing stuff. It's super fun. So I'm excited to see you guys there. Stay safe out there. Have fun with your music. But most importantly, don't be afraid to show your genius.